These are yesterday's highlights. It started motivational, then immediately got weird. Stay with us.
Do you ever feel like you don't deserve your success? No, I feel the opposite. I go, no, it was inevitable. He goes, what do you mean it was inevitable?
I love that mindset. Borderline insane, but also exactly how you gaslight yourself into winning.
I go, well, I put the work in, and I recognize that I put the work in, and I put the work in every single day.
Everyone says that until you ask what they did yesterday. Then it gets real quiet.
People look like him as an idiot, but I put the work in, and I knew that the success was inevitable. Just like the path we are on right now. It's not a if, it's a when it's going to be.
Most people treat success like a lottery ticket, not something they're supposed to show up for daily.
Did you know there's 80 markets in North America that have no local news?
So people out there just guessing what's happening? That explains a lot, actually.
Or information coverage? What is coming up on today on the show? The hero killed 61 billion people. Dune Part 3 is the reckoning. Guys, Dune's around the corner. Your sexual desire doesn't peak at 18.
Teenage me would have made way better decisions with that information, way less embarrassing ones.
Oh no, mine peaked last night.
That confidence comes from either a great night or zero accountability. Both are dangerous.
Yeah, true story. Hey, you guys looked in your mirror lately? Have you? Because if you haven't, I got an invitation for you.
Whenever someone says invitation, I assume I'm about to be called out personally.
You know how the old hunkle likes to put the old invitations on the table. Go look in your own mirror.
Most people would rather scroll for 2 hours than sit alone with their own reflection for 30 seconds.
Lookinmymirror.com, a place where you can go and start your day with kindness. Oh, there you go. Looking with some kindness by looking in your own mirror. Make sure you got your shit sorted out.
That line just attacked half the audience, and they know exactly why.
And looking in the right direction. I'm puzzled by this whole idea of eating our own defecated material.
We went from self-awareness to this. That escalated like a group chat at 2 a.m.
I had the thickest, so my cousins would call me Billy Butt.
Every guy had a nickname like that and pretended it didn't hurt while it absolutely did.
I had thick thighs, big butts, short, because I'm short. Like, you know, like I was short, like, so Johnny, husky or compact, all the words you want to be called, not that you don't want to be called. I was just a big, thick structure coming out of my hips. So, because you worked with guys, like your guys, girls, but you worked them your entire life. You talk about displacement. You've worked with enough men where there's a lot of commonalities, isn't there, Johnny?
But I mean, it's pretty shit. Most people can look at someone and register where they're fat.
Everybody knows where the problem lives. We just keep acting like it's a mystery with snacks.
Also, it's where's the shit that's not supposed to be there is showing up.
Right.
I need a new exercise for my lower chest. It's flat. I kept saying, dude, there's no exercise that's going to fix that.
That's when you realize you don't need a program. You need to stop lying to yourself.
So I have to say, and I think I use it as a tip. I basically kind of explain how the body gets rid of body fat like the sun gets rid of rain, evaporates rain.
He said it like body fat just leaves politely. Meanwhile, people are losing fistfights to drive-through fries.
The perfect thing would be is if you displace fat evenly everywhere, because then when you lost, you would evenly lose it everywhere.
Yeah,
because life doesn't distribute anything evenly, especially consequences.
Okay, it's very rarely the case.
Dude, I did not know this, but Shetland sheepdogs, Labrador retrievers, terriers, border collies, Shih Tzu puppies, they all eat their shit.
Dogs are efficient. Humans emotionally eat worse things and call it coping.
Dude, I did not know that.
Almost every fucking dog in the neighborhood was eating fucking turds. You take a fucking dump and they would just be licking their chops waiting to get at it.
That mental image just ruined breakfast for a lot of people watching this right now.
I mean, I tell you, if I took a dump out there every day at noon, fucking dogs would have followed me out there. And it was a little fucking black dog about that big. Right?
Yes.
I have no idea what kind of dog he was. Yeah. But that fucking turd was as big as one of his legs. And this fucking, I swear to God, dude, this fucking dog just ate that thing down like a fucking Snickers.
That comparison should have stayed inside his brain. It did not need to meet the public.
Got stationed in Germany. Went over there, ate the same fucking food. I mean, literally, same label, same everything. Because, in a place like Germany, you're going to see the same stuff.
Yes.
Didn't change a goddamn thing, right?
Yeah.
Lost 20 pounds in 45 days.
Same food, different place. Turns out your environment matters more than your excuses.
I was going to say, I'm glad you said 50 years because You know how fucking long it takes?
Most people want results in 30 days, but took 10 years to build the problem.
That's what it's
The
going
average didn't fucking catch on.
That's what it's going to take. Think about that. It's going to take about 50 years.
Ultimately, are going to be victim of not getting a boner. So I just needed to stay there as long as I could fucking bear it, as long as we stay together. And I literally one day said, you know what? I am literally never going to be happy.
That's not control. That's emotional shutdown dressed up like discipline.
Because then it can't be taken away. And so I went into this just stalemate mode. Never happy, never upset, just fucking turned it off.
So what was the moment where the switch went on for you to say, fuck it, I'm not going to pretend being happy anymore? Like something there was, without names, or like there was something that clicked.
That I'm not going to pretend to be happy. And then as the whole thing separated, and obviously it was like a fucking, dude, it was crazy. When that whole thing came in, it was like a fucking monkey jumped off my back.
That relief hits, and you realize how long you've been carrying something you normalized.
Unbelievable. Dude, it's time, it's okay to be happy again. But here's the crazy part about this. So I went through that, right? Then this relationship had to continue where you go back to a story that your lawyer basically said to you one day, hey, why say this when all it's doing is fucking complicating shit?
Half of arguments would end instantly if people just stopped talking when it's not helping.
It's not going to move the conversation. He's like, Keith, is that going to move the conversation forward? No. Then why are you saying?
Well, if somebody comes to me and wants fucking therapy, I'm going to tell them to go look somewhere else. Someone comes to me with a mentor, I say, I got you.
Most guys don't want feelings explored. They want a plan that actually works tomorrow morning.
Some men are never going to go call a therapist, but many men will go call a coach or a mentor.
I have made a fucking, my foundation of me is to not fucking do what everybody else is doing.
I believe the gym, that space that you created in your head, that safe space, that place that unlocked your future was your therapy. And I will suggest to you, you are a better therapist and you have been to therapy your entire life. You just don't know, you're not aware of it. Because I listen to you talk, like your moments, you crushing stuff in the gym, the moments in your life, therapy just figuring shit out in your head. And you're a kind of human where you're like, I don't want to take it from anybody else. I'm going to figure it out myself.
But 100%. The question was, do you believe in therapy? Which, again, it's a semantics thing. I don't go and lay on someone's couch and fucking close my eyes and fucking talk about my problems.
Nobody. You just got to get your fucking diet in track. You're not looking for Joe Schmuckalowski, who spent his whole fucking career going to, with all love, doing something, but trying to tell you what to do. You're like, who the fuck are you, man? But again, brother, hitting the tennis ball back to you. This is what's so good. You, in your life journey, were able to create that intentional awareness where you're like, okay, I need a piece of that. I need a piece of that. I need a piece of that. Like that's intentional awareness. That just doesn't happen by accident. Like that's self-discovery. That's pretty fucking good. And not a lot of people, men especially, Johnny, have that quality. True story. Which is why we make bad decisions.
And then I realized, holy shit, these lines are fucking much more of a straight path from point A to point B than the lines that are being taught.
Like it's like there's 1,000 steps.
People build 10-step plans just to avoid step 1. It's actually impressive.
When the first step is literally just getting out of bed without hitting the snooze button. We can laugh about all we want. I'm glad to see the young man doing that instead of the young man just laying on the couch. Like, honestly.
He actually did some imitations. Like I would make this part some older, like if you went like, God, 6-7 years back, you see almost all my Instagram was just fucking aggressive in your face.
Some people need motivation. Others need someone yelling truth directly into their ego.
It's almost like you can't fucking answer the telephone. You have to call somebody to know who you're calling.
Wait, listen to the last 1 minute of our conversation. Anybody paying attention? So I took it in one direction. This is fucking fascinating. You stripped it right down to how simple it would be if this was here.
Like, my goal is not to fucking retire and not do anything. My goal is to fucking be loving what I'm doing until one day I'll wake up.
What I've learned in my lifetime, people complicate things to validate their existence.
If it sounds complicated, it feels smart, even when it's completely useless.
And so the joke I say is, when someone says, blah, blah, blah. Ask them why.
That one word destroys fake experts faster than any argument ever could.
They won't be able to answer the question. The answer why in the fitness industry will fucking, it literally shakes out the fucking idiots that don't, that one fucking word will separate 90% of the people who, because there's probably 10% that know, 90% that don't.
Confidence disappears real fast when someone asks a follow-up question.
What?
The one question, the one word, why, will show you real fucking quick which side of the fence they're on. The people that say that, they're the ones that read the first 5 pages of the fucking study, not the last fucking 25.
I'm just simply saying that this supports the argument, which is that we live in a repeatable fitness industry. Somebody hears something over there. It's the game of messenger.
Advice gets passed around so much, it turns into complete bullshit by the time it reaches you.
Johnny, oh yeah, I heard this. Oh yeah, I heard from this guy in the gym that this. So I heard this, and then next thing you know, it becomes gospel.
There's nothing up here. You just got this motherfucker around, but you still have the long ponytail. That's when you know you're committed to your hair. I've never seen one of these fucking people that's not just a fucking slob.
You went into town with the high school at, you come back 30 or 40 years later, and he's sitting there without much hair left, and he's just a fucking slob drinking his beers.
And, you know, they had this match, and they fucking hated each other, and blah, blah, blah. Later that night, there was a car crash, and they were both in it together, and it blew the fucking top off of kayfabe. That's when they said, okay, yes, we're sports entertainment. A classic fucking example of you take the situation, it was real. Then once that lid came off, then, you know, the people, it was not that big of a deal when you saw these guys in the same car together. So that's when people started kind of dropping the act when they were out on their own time. So then you got the Undertaker, you know, he just had to fucking stay out of the fucking public eye. That's what he did, because in those times when he was, you know, when they were in, how do you fucking be the Undertaker going to get a fucking soda in 7-Eleven? Just remove one bad habit from your diet. And just the removal of that one bad habit will make a huge difference. Well, they figured out a way to send a message to the addictive center in your brain, which is ultimately promoting dopamine chasing behavior, such as wanting to eat fast food. You just need to remove one bad habit.
Everyone wants a new routine. Nobody wants to drop the one thing wrecking everything.
And you'll be blown away with your success.
A 60-year-old man today has measurably lower testosterone than a 60-year-old man had in 1987, I should say.
Are being fucking straight up programmed by one fucking piece of equipment that has just swept our fucking goddamn world and society, whatever you want to call it. They're being programmed fucking daily.
If you don't control your inputs, something else is controlling your entire personality.
The body, in most cases, will heal itself. Most people, we've just been programmed, and people are more capable than they believe. They're more resilient than they believe. But if you believed all this shit, you wouldn't be easily led.
I'm like, holy fuck, man, I don't want to hang up.
Dude, it's fucking crazy how they're so.
And it was just one of those moments for me. I'm like, okay, I guess there are folks, and no judgment, but to your point, it's this. I got my job cleaning the Golden Gate Bridge. I get to cash my check every 2 weeks. I'm good. I can build my family, build my life, and I'm good. So unappealing to me.
I think for guys like you and I, it has to be a little tighter. We have to fucking hold ourselves a little bit higher, to a higher standard.
Standards sound great until you realize you're the problem they're trying to fix.
Scientists just found the on switch for sperm.
Science is getting real comfortable explaining things. I was fine not understanding this deeply.
Yeah, true story. And it could change birth control forever.
It made me not want to do shit. Well, for me to do what I want to do, I had to do shit, and I needed fucking high levels of testosterone.
Every guy just heard that and immediately blamed his last 3 bad decisions on low levels.
That's how I would view this pill. Highly androgenic, which is what did the job. But androgenic also makes you fucking aggressive, like for example, if you were doing a powerlifting meet,
yes,
you would use a very short-acting androgenic coming in.
Okay.
Because You want to be fucking pissed off. You want to be fucking strong. Your muscles are full. Androgenic has this effect. So, but keep in mind, the androgenics also fuck you up.
The Michigan State University study found that sperm are basically energy conserving machines right up until the moment they're needed. So they just kind of sit around low energy state, dormant, waiting. Then the second they enter the female reproductive tract, they go bam.
That was less science and more a guy verbally kicking open biology's front door.
Since we've started hanging out together, I find that word just invites a lot of negative energy that I don't need. I don't care what anybody says. That word hate.
You can tell everything about someone by how casually they throw that word around.
People who use that word often, look at their lives.
It's the front door to negativity.
Once you walk through that, everything starts looking worse, even when it's not.
That's what it is, man. It's like walking through, okay, I hate, boom, everything is negative. That's exactly what it is, man.
If that thing was like a fucking matte black, I would be all over it. And he was like, you said you're up in a cabin up in the mountains. He goes, you understand, if you drive this matte black vehicle and you have one stick rub up against you, that mark will never come out.
That's exactly why I don't buy nice things. I already know I'm gonna ruin them.
When I was growing up as the young husky Keith, Johnny, so my dad drove truck. Maybe that's why I was so fascinated by him. But I would write letters to the truck companies and like all the Kenworth and like all those big truck companies and have them send me all their packages. And I'd walk to the mailbox and excitedly, get the envelope full of all their marketing material so I could sit back in my bedroom and just fantasize.
Every kid had that one random obsession that made 0 sense but felt like a full-time career.
But owning a truck like that or driving a truck, as a young boy growing up, those things just fascinated me. The cab overs and all that shit and just cool stuff, man.
Because every time I would hear her go, God damn it, whatever she was saying, I'm like, oh fuck. I basically was so knotted up, I just have having to fucking cut line off. One of the poles is like down to like the spindle is only like halfway full of line because you get a big fucking knot. Well, what my fishing turned out to be last time was more bird watching as I was fishing. It's fucking beautiful out there. It's calm, it's quiet,
Yeah. So here's what I look for now. And here's and this is great timing because, Keith and Kai are looking for guests and hey, Jimmy, what's up with the belly in that picture? Go back to that one, man. And then that white one, I don't got that kind of belly. No, it's not my belly in that picture there. But anyways, here's what I look for now. Here's what we look for now with people on the show. Interesting, period. Point blank, period. INTERESTING. Interesting. Those kind of conversations only happen when the ego of the person coming into the room is lower than the inquiry.
That's the clip. Full show is up next, and it gets even weirder, smarter, and way less polite. If confidence alone made people right, every dude with a podcast mic, a jawline, and a half-read book would be a genius.
Sorry, Dr. Bullshit.
That book comment wasn't aimed at you.
This morning we're getting into why confident men are wrong more often, why we keep believing them, and how to stop getting finessed by swagger dressed up as wisdom.
Only on The Big Show. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversation designed to help you start your day with some momentum. Come check into the show. Come say hello. Mornings.live over on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Come hit like, come hit subscribe to show your proof and build your streak with us every single morning. Yeah, true story. Look in mymirror.com because every single day we need to go look in our mirror. Maybe that's why live is the new status. Live is about to become the premium layer of trust. Hey, nation! Hey, the most dangerous bullshit is not always the loudest. Unless you're the hunkle, the handsome chief, it's the bullshit delivered like gospel by somebody who never blinks. And I got glasses on so you can't see me blink. Oh, hey, did I mention this is an R-rated experience, so parents get out of the room because your kids are welcome. Yes, today we're going to unpack the psychology of overconfidence, bad decisions, and why certainty keeps beating truth in rooms full of grown adults. Hey, but nation, but first, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversation. To help you start your day right with momentum, perspective, and some actual energy in your tank. If you are here, good morning. Welcome to the big show. Like I said, this is an R-rated show, nation. So if you're sitting here next to someone who gets offended, I am sorry. No, I'm actually not. You will be offended. There's another show over there that won't offend you. Yeah, hey. And if you're new here and if you have been lurking in the shadows, I'd like to invite you to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and jump into the comments and come check us out live on the Mornings in the Live.web app, mornings.live, and let us know where you're tuning in from. Hey guys, we got the poll, we got the question, and we got the daily proof. Have you checked into the show yet today? Yes, I did. Hey, here we go. The daily poll. The daily poll goes like this. Which area of nutrition do you find the most challenging? Oh, man, that's a good one. Hey, is it consistently eating healthy meals? Is it maintaining portion control? Or is it actually finding the time to meal prep? Yeah, what is it? Is it healthy, maintaining, or meal prep? What is it? What gets your goat when it's trying to find something with, like, what do you find the most challenging? Like, what is it? Or is it just getting your ass off the couch? Maybe that's what it is. Hey, maybe it's just getting up, getting moving, getting your ass up and getting out of bed. Hey, the daily question today goes like this. In a world of endless diet trends, how do you find a balanced approach to nutrition? Are you just like all protein? Are you like picking a diet of the week? Are you like, hey, I'm going to go and eat the Mediterranean diet this week. I'm going to go and eat the keto diet this week. What is it? How do you find a balanced approach to nutrition? Or maybe just intermittent fast? You know what's funny? Since all the influencers of the world have stopped talking about IF, it's not had been in my news lately. But nobody talking about IF. Nope. And additionally, hey, Jimmy, you notice nobody's talking about cold plunging these days? Nobody's talking about cold plunging or intermittent fasting these days. But hey, how do you find a balanced approach to nutrition? We'd love to hear from you. You can head on to respond to the daily question and the daily poll over at mornings.live. to come and engage with the great Mornings in the Lab community out here every single day, 8 o'clock live Eastern time on morningsinthelab.live. Hey guys, quick check-in for the snooze clock accountability check-in. We got something launching on Monday, the snooze app. Yep, true story. Tracking all that snoozing, all that wasting, all that time taken away from you. Most importantly, yeah, I'm going to take some work away from the team here. They're not going to have to track this time anymore because we got the automatic agent just tracking the time for us because somebody might be 11 hours and 52 minutes behind, just laying there in their bed and hitting the 9 minutes. Yes. So you're doing that, you might be committed to a relationship with mediocrity. Yes. Hey, guys. What's ahead in today's episode? Well, coming up hour one. We got a guest coming up today in the bottom of the hour. Ben Albert's joining us today. But hey, listen, I'm not going here with the Bachelorette stuff, but Taylor Frankie Paul, whoever this Frankie Paul, they shot the entire season of Bachelorette and then took it off the shelf the night before. Yeah, because the person leading the show did some very bad things. So like, oh yeah, we're just taking the show entirely off the air. That is a write-off extraordinaire. Yes. All right, what else we got here? Hey guys, if you're looking for a job, Japan might be needing you. Yeah, they're looking for. There's a male porn star shortage in Japan. So next week, Jimmy will not be here with us. He's heading over to Japan for a few weeks. So just a heads up, nation, that we will be, the show will be run by Kai and Melissa next week. Jimmy will be gone, and we do expect him to be back in the show in a few months after he plugs a few holes in Japan. Oh, did I just say that? I did just say that, 100%. I just did say that. I'm getting grief from my team right now. Jimmy's not even here. You can go back and listen to it after. Hey, scientists find out why women want less sex. What? Well, I'm sorry. You might have to go check mine because I don't think mine got that memo. True story. Hey, smartphone app just doubled how long men can last in bed, and a bunch of other ridiculous topics we have on the table today. Ben Albert's joining us. The combination lock theory. Why there's no single key to success. Yeah, Ben Albert's joining us to break down why success is not some magical one-size-fits-all. It is a combination lock. We're going to get into what it really takes to build momentum after setbacks, how to stop chasing somebody else's formula, and why the right move is usually the one that fits your life. And of course, it's Friday. We got the resident professor himself, the professor of bullshit. Yes, Dr. John Petrocelli will be joining us for the deep dive for the second half. And we're going to talk about why confident men are wrong more often, but yet we all still keep believing them. You'll see that guy over there? He knows shit. Hello, that's me. But yet, the confidence we deliver with our message just gets the person to eat out of our hands along the way. So we're going to have a conversation. It's smart, it's uncomfortable, useful, and exactly the kind of conversation we love to have around here. And, looks like I got an ICUC origin story. The exit that didn't fix me, drop it in the second hour. We got the morning focus, a little bit of a monologue coming from the Hunkle himself to talk about what happened on the lie that success automatically heals what's going on inside. This one is about identity, ambition, and what happens when the thing you thought would save you doesn't. All right, Community Corner with Maya Reyes. We got a bunch of fun happening over there as well. And we're going to get to that at the bottom, of course, of this bottom of the second hour. Well, we got Kai on the buttons, we got Jimmy over in Japan, and we got Melissa on the words. And hey, guess what, guys? The Morning Loop, it starts right now.
The nation's been compromised since yesterday. Somebody mentioned chief in jeans, and nobody's thinking like adults anymore.
That's fair. Stay with us, nation. We may expose young Chief in denim before this thing's over.
Fine, but now my brain's somewhere worse. Chief's building a suspicious morning timeline.
That's the problem. 30 seconds ago, I was only thinking about denim.
Meanwhile, the big dog went fishing with Terry yesterday. That's either romance, repair duty, or both.
So that's where I'm at this morning. Did Terry catch peace while John caught 8 casts and a nap?
Hey, so you guys that are new here, do you guys know our cast? You don't know the cast. Whoa, hey, I'm going to introduce you to them. Well, so those guys behind the scenes, well, not behind the scenes, but over there, that's Sterling and Preston. Sterling Vale, Preston James. They are the resident Mornings in the Lab conversation desk hosts. They've been with us now for, we birthed them about 8 months ago, and they've been hanging out with us, delivering the conversation starters from around the planet. So good morning to Sterling. Good morning to Preston. And of course, we got Frankie and Tommy, the resident, I don't know. And even we got to find a word for them. The resident goofballs, the resident idiots, the resident, they don't know where they're coming from. So Frankie and Tommy, actually, I hired them earlier on this year. And it's funny because they're real. They're real humans, but they're convinced that all of us are like AI. It's a bizarre situation with these guys, actually. if you follow the show enough, you'll understand the complexities that are going on here with this show with these guys. So it's Sterling Preston, we got Frankie and Tommy. Of course, we got Sophia Grant, who leads our center stage segment. Sophia as well has been with us for a number of months. I expect to have Melissa and I are working with Sophia on a special behind the scenes segment, a one-on-one with the handsome chief and Sophia Grant coming up here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends and so forth. And who else do we have? We got Sterling Preston, we got Sophia, and of course we got Maya Reyes. Maya leads our Community Corner segment that we drop every single Monday through Friday. And she's out there cruising the community and checking in with all of you and putting good stories on the table for us to talk about. And hey guys, I expect that I'm going to have a mirror shop for you guys. Yeah, a mirror shop next week. Look in my own mirror. Look in your own mirror. Oh, yeah. And I did notice there were a couple. So we got a show with Jason Hewlett. It's called the Jason Hewlett Show. And he had a couple guys working for him, Doug and Phil. They have been somewhat maybe disowned. So we are looking for some displacement. Well, they're displaced. So we're going to do our best to find a spot for Doug and Phil. So be watching for Doug and Phil on the sidelines. They'll be joining us here on Mornings in the Lab. Speaking of joining us, again, I had a confusing conversation with somebody yesterday, struggling to wrap their head around what the hell we are creating here in the lab. But I know who I'm creating with, my good buddy, my brother from another mother. And I see him over there. There, Kai, let's bring him into the lab. His name is John Anderson. Is that a bison?
That was a bison. That was an interesting entry. You can't knock their effort for creativity now, can you?
I love it, man, because I never know what I'm showing up with. So I'm just like you, wondering how Anderson's going to show up here in the lab. So, hey, brother, so there's a trend happening. I had another business meeting yesterday, and I go through these business meetings, and I show people what we're working on. And I generally will show the opener, like just what's transpired here. And then, brother, they look at me like, what the fuck have you been smoking? Like, what are you guys doing there? All this movement, some guy arriving on a vehicle with chaps, and then you guys transform to the situation where the real humans there. I'm like, yeah. And it's funny, man, because people haven't seen this before. So they're really confused, Johnny. They're confused whether you're real or you're not, because you also don't look like a normal man. You don't. So when somebody goes from seeing the AI version of you to the real you, they're like, well, so which one's real? Well, that one is.
Well, isn't that that's an interesting compliment.
It absolutely is. Yes.
And then with you, they say, well, we know which one's real because the one that has the low hairline is fake.
Yeah. And it's funny because when I'm in my business meetings, I don't have the hat or the glasses on. So they're talking to some dude, and I'm like, yeah, the guy you saw this morning on the show is the other version of me. It's Mr. McMahon in the ring. There's Vince out of the ring. So
you know who has the hairdo that I was telling you got to have?
Yes, tell me.
I think it's Heyman. He's got the fucking full with the ponytail.
Yes, he does.
And his character is supposed to be this greasy fucking son of a bitch. You know, that ponytail and that no hair on the top is like the number one dead giveaway. Just like we were stereotyping yesterday.
I know. You know who it is? You know who I'm a fan of Paul Heyman. I know you're not the biggest wrestling guy, but you know enough about wrestling. You know who was another greasy manager growing up? I don't know if you paid much attention. Was Bobby the Brain Heenan. He was another massive heel, like just a fucking, like he was like the original Paul Heyman, I would say. Bobby the Brain Man. He was pretty good.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah. Hey, did you catch any fish yesterday? I've been wondering.
No, you know, it really was one of those days where it was a fucking beautiful day though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. It was so nice that everybody's out on their fucking jet skis. You're not catching fish when people are out on jet skis.
No, you're not.
No. Yeah, there was a few skiers, a few wakeboarders, a few jet skiers, and so, you know, it was just. I mean, I cast a little bit just for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was no fucking way. They're way too. I mean, they're. It's not a really deep lake, right? So.
Oh yeah,
it's man-made, so it's 12 feet at the deepest, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So when people start, what's that?
I could walk across then.
with you and yourself standing on your shoulders, maybe and three of you guys. but it's so when that shit happens, they go out to the deepest parts, which is a ways away from my dock.
Oh, okay.
I can't cast far enough to get anything in front of them.
Yeah. Cool. What else is going on? You good today? I'm good, man. I'm in good spirits today. I've had I don't know why actually. I didn't have a full sleep last night, but I feel accomplished. I feel productive. I'm looking forward to our meeting later today. You, me, and Ben. I just feel good, man. I feel like I'm in a good place today. I feel good. I do. Yeah.
I've had last couple of days. I've actually gotten myself back to which is really fucking cool. I'm looking for a series. I don't count 2 as a check, meaning I need like a minimum 3, 4, 5. Now I've got a pattern. That's a check. That I've checked a box. That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
But I'm waking up.
Yeah.
Just before my alarm.
Nice.
And I'm waking up before my alarm, thinking, shit, I hope it's time to get up.
Well, fuck. So today my body got up exactly 1 hour before my alarm, and I was still tired, so I had to go for a piss. I'm like, so I go for a piss. I'm like, really? So I went back to bed, and it was kind of mad at myself. So I should have just stayed up, because you know it's like you lay down there and an hour is not an hour. It's like you're back up again. I'm like, fuck, why didn't I just get up?
Well, did you fall back asleep?
I did. Yeah, I absolutely did.
No, don't shoot yourself up for that, because if you're falling asleep, your body's saying, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah.
If you're laying there, looking at the fucking ceiling like a dummy saying, I should get up. That's when you bust yourself up.
That's the signal to get your ass out of bed. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Johnny, so Jimmy's not going to be around next week. Jimmy's heading off to Japan for an indefinite period of time. So Japan is in a shortage of staff, male. Well, listen, Kai, just run the clip, man. Let's set it up. Japan's in a shortage.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Japan's adult film industry reportedly has 70 male performers for 10,000 women. You hear yourself?
This dude Shimikin said male performers are rarer than Bengal tigers.
True story.
This post got 600,000 views off a story from 2015. The internet stays undefeated.
Keith definitely knows the math on this one. John's still processing the headline.
Yeah, so Japan is short male porn stars. So we're going to send Jimmy over there to go and fill the gap and go plug some holes.
This is a joke, correct?
Well, it is a joke. The shortage isn't a joke, but Jimmy going to Japan is a joke, yes.
Okay. I was like, fuck. Because I still don't know exactly what Jimmy looks like. You showed me a picture with him, which I know is bullshit.
No, it does look like that. He might have been a little bit.
I keep saying I've seen everybody in fucking in backstage on these screens, but I've never seen Jimmy. He's like this fucking. He's like this name. You know what he is?
It's like
he's like in these fucking different movies. Like what are these? Like remember Caesar? What was it? Remember that movie? Well, you talked about the movie thinking that somebody was in there that wasn't.
Yes. Yes.
The Usual Suspects. Remember? Caesar?
Yeah. I thought for sure Kevin
Kaiser Soze.
Yes.
Kaiser Soze. Nobody ever seen the fucking guy. That's what Jimmy is.
Yes. Or Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy who invented Bitcoin.
Yeah, no shit. So nobody's ever seen the motherfucker. That's what Jimmy is to me. And then you put an AI thing up there, which makes it even worse. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, that's
like a police sketch.
That's it. See
that guy right there? He's not going to get a job as a porn star.
No, he's not. No, he is absolutely not.
He might be emptying, doing the computer stuff for whatever they need in there. And
yes.
They're surely he's surely not naked in front of the camera.
So I know you're gonna love this one because, and I know you love all the distractions that we all have in our lives, because I know that you're like, Jesus Christ, another fucking distraction for somebody. Well, Mr. Anderson, I got another one for you. Just when you go to bed to have some wonderful sex with your partner, you might just want to pull out the smartphone. That can double how long you've lasted in bed.
A clinical study just proved a phone app doubles how long men last in bed, from 61 seconds to over 2 minutes, with a stopwatch.
80 men in the trial. The app taught mindfulness, behavioral therapy, arousal control. 22% were functionally cured of premature ejaculation.
So Keith's definitely downloading that tonight. John's over there saying, just breathe through it, bro, like it's a deadlift.
Just so dumb. It's an app called Johnny. There was a study called Climax, and they tested an app called Melonga that taught men mindfulness, so that while they were having sex, they could not be thinking about orgasming and thinking about baseball. So they decided that a man had
thinking about baseball is the oldest fucking trick in the book. Why the hell do they need an app for that?
Well, that was my point too.
What the fuck, dude?
Just the oldest trick in the book.
What is this? Is this like the dumbest? Is this a new section for us in our show? Like the dumbest shit ever? Is that what this is titled?
We should actually, because I saw this and I'm like, really? Why don't you just put a poster on the wall of a baseball player? Because you're right. Every man growing up has been taught, if you're about to come, think about baseball. I don't know why we all thought about baseball. But
well, see, that was the problem with those they're taught. Don't fucking think about when you're about to. Think about it long before you're going to. Jesus Christ.
Or pull it out before you go in and get it done before so you can last a little longer later. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Johnny. All right, what else I got here today? Oh no, that was not.
I'm looking forward to seeing Petro, baby.
Yeah, Petro's joining us today. Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with Johnny. Why confident men are wrong more often. And it's funny because this relates lots to the fitness industry. Think about that, right? So, and this actually relates a lot to what you said yesterday. The fitness industry is full of, people repeating information. And when you see somebody who has confidence and they speak, well, people follow confident people when, let's face it, much of it could be bullshit.
Dude, I literally had
that whole industry is that.
I just had a consultation with a guy last night.
Yeah.
He was brand new.
Yeah.
First just coming on board.
Oh, tell me.
And he's my age, a little younger.
Okay.
But he's probably been training just as long.
Okay.
And the poor guy is just fucked up. And it's because he's just, as he admittedly says, he says, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing. But here's the fucking snag. The fucking guy developed such gnarly, in a good way, discipline.
Yeah.
He just fucking ground himself. I mean, his central nervous system is all fucked up. He's not sleeping. It's like his endocrine. He just literally just beat himself to death.
Yeah.
And it was all because he just kept jumping from, what people say to what people say.
Yes.
And I'm having this conversation. I'm breaking this down. I said, look, dude, this is what we're going to do. Why? And he's like, oh my God. He's like, I've never, ever thought about it this way. Why didn't I think of this?
Yeah.
Well, because you were busy following a fucking recipe. That's why.
Yes.
I said, we are throwing at every number.
What was the
I don't want you to count a number. I said, take that fucking watch off and flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
I said, your currency is how your body feels. The reason you're here is you've been focused on numbers, not on how your body's been feeling like shit for decades and you ignored it.
Yeah.
You've been paying attention to the wrong currency.
Yeah.
He's a numbers guy. And what he did with his numbers, he showed me what he did. Fuck, savage, dude. Discipline, but just shows that you focus on the wrong fucking stuff, you don't get what you want.
So when you were talking to him, what was his aha moment in your call yesterday? What do you think the light went on for him? What did you say? What happened for him that was like, fuck, okay. What was it? Do you expect?
It was kind of it wasn't like a sequel. There was a moment for him, but it was me explaining somewhere along the lines of the explanation that I need you to understand that your body's a creature. I started comparing it to a dog. I said, you've abused this dog for decades and it's fucking decided to retreat and sit in the corner, not ask for anything. All it's trying to do is protect itself. So every time you try to help it, it just tightens up even more.
Yeah.
I said, at one point, this dog used to bark for your attention, but you ignored it so long, he stopped barking.
Do you think, Johnny, let me rephrase the question here. Do we talk enough about the endocrine system? Something that's it's complex, but it's such a powerful mechanism inside the body that I don't know if enough of us as humans talk enough about it. Or is that too complex for most people?
Well, it's not just the endocrine system; it's the central nervous system. It's not just a system; it's all of these systems that tie together.
Yes.
It's kind of like in tech. You can't just have one really good part of the tech.
That's fair.
Don't support it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm asking is, do we talk enough about it? Because you bring it up, you're educated on it. I wonder sometimes, because it affects metabolic health, it affects a lot of things. I wonder sometimes if we just
what we don't talk enough about is how you fucking feel.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can talk about genetics all fucking day. Oh, the numbers don't look too bad, but you feel like shit.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, I get you. Yeah,
it's somewhere along the lines, feeling like shit became okay.
Well, that's exactly
everybody feels like shit, so it's normal.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, 100%. Hey, one of the greatest of all time, Tiger. I got an interesting. I got a cool moment here for our committed segment, because you would not see this in 2026, but Tiger Woods' caddy checking the wind with his cigarette. Check this out. This is pretty cool. This is actually kind of neat, because you just don't see this today. Like, look.
It's really fucking smart, actually.
Dude, 100%.
Because you could, remember that as a kid, you throw some fucking leaves up in the air. Well, that better be a pretty fucking good gust of wind.
Yes. But just the whole optics of that, right? Like high profile, greatest golf.
I'm very interested to know, is that guy really a smoker, or is that a tool?
Oh, interesting question. Yeah.
Because what better way to understand the wind than watch?
He smoked it. He inhaled it. I saw him do a tug there. But that's a great observation, man. Because you're right. It's like he's killing two birds with one stone. But
yeah, because there's no smoke came out his mouth. You saw him pull it back in.
Yeah. But
he looks like he could be a smoker too.
Totally. But my point is that a high elite athlete on the golf course, playing for gazillions of dollars, and there's this dude caddy just smoking away during the game, like during the fucking game. There's like, oh, let's check the wind. Puts the cigarette.
Wouldn't that be considered a match?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. A match. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly it. Not a game. Yeah. Well, and here's something for you. Would that be considered? I wonder if that would be considered. I'm stretching here.
Well, it's a game. It's like tennis. It's a game, but you have a match.
Yes. But what I'm wondering is, maybe I'm stretching. That guy using a cigarette, is that like an illegal aid that gave them an advantage because they could see the wind? I don't know. Just throwing it up.
I would guarantee at that level, they're looking for every possibility of
totally.
Are you playing inside the lines or not?
100%.
And guaranteed, there'd be no fucking way that Tiger would allow somebody to fucking get him disqualified.
Well, yeah, there's no question about that.
He's too smart for that. He would look at that fucking caddy. What the fuck are you to put that goddamn thing out? Or I put it out in your fucking ear.
Hey, coming up, we got Ben Albert joining Keith and John in a few moments here on Mornings and Live with Sophia Grant on center stage. Hey, so whenever the Olympics are on, one of the things I do enjoy watching is diving, and just seeing these athletes enter the water and do some pretty incredible things.
Are you going to show that clip where this fucking guy goes and lands in the bottom of the pool?
No, but I got a clip where there was actually no splash. Like they just entered the water, John. You'll be impressed, man. As an athlete yourself, like an elite athlete, you're going to watch this.
That's a lot of rotations too. Oh,
look, no fucking water comes up.
Blip.
Unbelievable. Like watch this. Like there's no water coming up, Johnny. Like that's
that's a little.
That's impressive, man. And they scored perfect. They got a perfect score on that one, which I guess rightly so, right? So,
well, there had to be some proof that she entered the water, and that was just enough to verify.
Yeah, exactly. Some proof that he hit the water. Yeah. No, why did you see some kind of video? Some guy hit the bottom of the water or what?
I don't know if it's AI or not. I didn't really, they didn't stick around to watch, but some fucking guy off one of those high ones like you're talking about. And I can't imagine someone's dumb enough to fucking do it.
Oh yeah.
He does a bunch of fucking flips and lands like on his fucking knees,
dude.
Like he lands kind of like probably in the one position where he didn't kill himself if it was real.
Yeah.
So if that was real, he probably was blessed breaking his knees rather than his neck or his back.
Jesus. Ben Albert coming up in a couple minutes.
If it was real.
You'll love this one, man. Paralyzed man. This is a good story, dude. Paralyzed man. He's lifting weights again. After some break,
you left real quick. Start over.
Oh, sorry. We got a paralyzed man who's lifting weights again after some breakthrough stem cell treatment. This is pretty damn cool, man. Sterling Preston, set it up for us.
Paralyzed from the neck down, gets 10 million stem cells. Now this man is curling dumbbells. True story. It works.
That post is old. The science is real, but that story's been recycled.
You're telling me the internet lied to me again?
Keith probably already has the full clinical breakdown ready. John's gonna ask if it works on sore knees.
So this guy here,
millions actually not very many.
No, but what I like about this is like that Chris Boson lifting weights after a catastrophic spinal cord injury. So he's out there. The stem cell research.
I'm very curious. It was just truly 10 million because that's not very many compared.
Doesn't seem like a lot, does it?
No, fuck. I mean, when some of my buddies have gone, they were going looking for 100.
Really?
Yeah, 30,000 here, 20,000 there.
How does that work? So, and I'm serious. Like, so you like 20,000.
No, I haven't honestly, because I when it comes to when I dive into something,
yes,
it's because I'm feeling that there's a serious interest of me wanting to do it. That's when I start fucking really clearing out the way. So I've been straddled on the stem cell thing. So I haven't really done a dive into it.
Yeah.
I just hearing information. So I really haven't intentionally gone to gather information. So I honestly don't speak on it well because I would be very, very novice.
Where would somebody like myself or yourself be curious about going for stem cell therapy? Because maybe some parts of our body we've beaten up and we want to rejuvenate it. Would that be the reason for it?
Well, from what I understand, you put them in areas that are beat up, like you put them in the knees, you put them in their back, shoulders, like maybe you had damaged areas. But one of the things that's pushed me back from it is you have to not train for long periods of time because it goes to inflammation.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if you create inflammation, it's going to go heal that muscle, which is fucking great, but that's not what you need help healing.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha.
At our age, stopping training for that amount of time can be fucking pretty detrimental. One of my buddies did it, and one of the biggest fucking challenges was getting back in. Not that he didn't want to, not that he didn't try. It's like, at this age when you stop doing it, you lose it. And I can even speak for myself. Like I don't train heavy the way I used to. Yeah. Even if you compared 5 years ago to now. Yeah. I've kind of just backed off and given myself, I look at my training as more fun rather than more like trying to perform. Yes. Yes. And so if I was to go back and try to lift like I did 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, it would be a motherfucker. My body would have a hard time readapting to that. Oh. But if I'd stayed doing that, it would not have been, I would have probably slowly declined. I chose to just go boom on purpose. Yeah. And it's happy here. It's not interested in going back there. Yeah. That fascinates me, man. All that stem cell stuff absolutely fascinates me because it's burgeoning science, breaking through science, and people are making progress through it. And of course, Elon's doing some interesting stuff in that Neuralink world. So you take his brain Neuralink technology, some stem cell technology, and humans are rejuvenating, rebuilding at an advanced, interesting pace as we move forward through life here. All right. One of the things that's kind of funny, we're talking a little off to kind of the same topic, but taking a little bit of a left turn here. Yeah. One of the things I've been doing lately with my own research is I've been using a lot of methylene blue. Yeah. But the purpose of a lot of times people take methylene blue, they don't fucking know why they're taking it. because somebody told them to. That's why. Yeah. But it's basically the thing of the methylene blue is it's like redoing your wiring. Okay. So like when I'm working on mitochondria, say with MOTC or SS31 or NAD, and I couple those with the methylene blue, I can definitely tell the difference in how it works because it's like it's basically just allowing the signaling of the cell. As that signaling of the cell gets better and more efficient, then it's basically the methylene blue is making sure that the wiring, its communication is going to be better. Does that make sense? 100%. Absolutely. So like the power plant is the cell, but the power plant's got to send the energy out or the messages out, so to speak, the commands out. So the methylene blue makes sure that the wiring is going to support that fucking language really, really well.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I was introduced to methylene blue as we came out of the COVID world, and people started talking about it, and then RFK was talking about it, and I've heard you talk about it. So I've done a little bit of my own research on it, but I don't know enough about it to speak educated on it myself. So coming up, all right, Sophia Grant, are we ready to rock and roll in 2020?
Hey, one more little fucking side note, dude. Check this out. So I've told you about my thing with weed.
Yeah.
I smoke weed any other time than to fucking go to bed or do nothing. It kind of fucking cripples me. Meaning, just mentally, I'm like, I'm like the fucking guy that's running from shiny object to shiny object. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? You know?
Yes.
And, but then that goes away, and I get really fucking laid back. Like I just want to sit down. I don't want to move.
Yes.
Right? So that happened. I took 8 milligrams of nicotine.
Yes.
What a fucking combo that was. Because it sharpened me back up, got me out of the fucking chair. I was like, fuck, this is great. Now I can continue running from shiny object to shiny object.
You know what we're going to do? You and I are going to go, we're going to smoke some cannabis and go fishing. And we're going to take a couple cameras with us and see what happens to Keith and John. All right, Sophie, are you ready to rock and roll? In 2020, today's guest, he traded a furlough and a bottle of Jim Beam for a Hail Mary LinkedIn message that built a marketing empire and a seat across from legends like Chris Do. He's the man who proved one brave click can rewrite your life. And it's funny because a lot of guys just don't want to click. Like, I don't want to do it. Noise and answer me. One click changed his life. And today he's here to help you crack the combination lock on your own success. His name, Sophia Grant. It's Ben Albert.
You ever lose a title, a routine, a sense of purpose, and realize you don't know who you are without it? The worst part isn't the loss. It's the silence after. Just you, sitting with the question of whether you still matter. Most people numb that moment. Pour a drink. Scroll the phone. Wait for someone to hand them a reason to get up. Ben Albert was in that exact silence, furloughed, depressed, staring at an empty bottle of Jim Beam. He could have poured another drink. Instead, he opened his laptop and sent a message to a stranger on LinkedIn. He had no plan, just one hesitant message into the dark. He didn't know if anyone would answer. Someone did. That conversation became a business. Within a year, he'd replaced his entire sales income. He kept reaching out, conversation after conversation. He built a podcast and sat across from people like Chris Do and James Altucher. Real Business Connections is now ranked in the top 1% globally. Every episode starts the same way his comeback did. One conversation. That pattern shaped a philosophy. Ben calls it the combination lock theory. There's no universal key to success. Your skills, your people, your path. Only the combination that fits your life. If you've ever wondered whether one conversation could be the start of a completely different life, that's today's conversation.
Ben, welcome to the big show. We're happy to have this chat with you today.
This guy proved that one brave click can rewrite your life. And today he's here to help us crack the combination lock on your own success. Let's welcome him into the lab. His name is Ben Albert. What's up, Ben?
What's up? Dude, I look jacked in that video. That was nice.
Figured you'd like that. Where are you joining us from today, brother?
I'm in Rochester, New York, upstate New York.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the big show. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We're excited to have you here today. Let's get right into it. So are you still chugging the Jim Beam, or is it sitting over there across the hallway? You're like, I'm done with that.
So I'm not 100% sober, but I don't let alcohol make the decisions for me.
Well, good for you.
I'm not chugging it, though. I'm more a tequila drinker nowadays. A little more energy when I drink tequila. Yeah.
So wait, let me ask the question. I'm not sober now. Have you considered being sober?
Yeah.
And no judgment, just purely curiosity question.
I go through breaks where I won't drink for like 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time. But I don't let the alcohol or the drug consume me. I can make a choice to enjoy a tequila at dinner at a nice Mexican bar, have a margarita without chugging it and losing 4 days of my life. So everything's about balance. And it doesn't always work for everyone. And maybe I should be sober.
That's me. I'm that guy.
And I appreciate the heck out of it. Maybe I should be sober because I feel like I lose my edge a little bit. I get a little more complacent when I'm consuming alcohol, smoking weed, things like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I would agree with that, brother. That's why I have like very few set days where I'll do this. But then when I do it, it's very easy for me to just say, fuck it. I'm not going to be anything other than I'm going to be committed to this fun. And I realize I'm going to lose a day or two of productivity trying to get myself back to square. But it's so rare, it's easy to justify.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben, our audience of men, women, folks that listen to our show are stuck or are trying to, get into that next journey in life or are looking for inspiration, motivation, transformation. COVID happened. You were furloughed. You were going through some tough times in life. You were depressed. You were unemployed, feeling unworthy, probably not liking your mirror as you were getting up every single day. But you decided to reach out and try to get started again. Talk about that. What actually went through your head, when you decided to say, I need to get my shit together, and how did you get your shit together?
Well, and imagine this, and I'm sure you guys have talked about this quite a bit on the show. You're optimized as heck. Like, I'm sleeping pretty good in the morning. Like, I have a moment of meditation and silence. I'm doing affirmations and visualization, and I'm exercising, I'm reading, and I'm writing, and I'm journaling, and I'm making goals. But when I do those affirmations, things like you're good enough now and you're only getting better, you're speaking into this mirror. Dude, my eye's twitching. My eyes are bloodshot. I have a twitch, and I was lying to myself. I had optimized all these things that you can read and listen to a podcast on things you should do. But if I wasn't going to stop drinking, staying up too late, tripping, doing drugs, things like that, if I wasn't going to stop looking at porn and having bad relationships, all the good stuff wasn't going to be able to come to the surface. And this didn't just happen in one moment. It was time and time again. And I was literally 15th floor, Rochester, New York. If you look at a picture of Rochester, New York, you'll see the building that I was working out of. It's a beautiful building. I'm 15th floor. I'm wearing a suit to work. I was never a suit guy because, corporate Ben thought that he had made it and could pretend like things were going well. But then I was just getting sloshed every weekend, was falling apart.
But brother, according to society, that you checked all your boxes.
100%. 100%. And it's easy and it looks good. I mean, it looks good on social media. It looks good when you present it to family and friends. But things weren't going great. And then the pandemic hit and all of that fell apart because I was new to the team. We were doing video production all across the states. I was in sales, no travel, no video, no sales. I get furloughed. And music, Ben, I had a music podcast at the time, still love music. It's like literally my life. Go out multiple nights a week listening to music, promoting bands. But music, Ben, was broke, unemployed, and non-essential. So I had to become business Ben, entrepreneur Ben, and I had to, start reaching out, making connections, and making changes to make that possible. And I started it with bloodshot eyes. I didn't have it all figured out. But one day at a time, one step at a time, I was able to position myself. And I got to pinch myself. I'm talking about the freaking past now because this was like 5-6 years ago. And now I don't know anything different. Conversations, entrepreneurship, helping men, women, really anybody that needs that service is something that I really enjoy to do now. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, brother, it sounds like, you're one of these guys that now that you've seen it, you can't unsee this new you. Going back to the old you would be like almost impossible. It's you're just you can't unsee this new life.
I listened to my 4th ever podcast. I had a music show that I started in 2016. Listened to the 4th ever one the other day, and I was like, holy crap. First off, it was interesting. Second off, I didn't even recognize the person on that audio. It was a completely different being. But again, that was like 10 years ago.
Interesting. Yeah. Hey, Ben, do you like chocolate?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I love chocolate, man. But I think if somebody served up chocolate like this to me, I'm not sure how much I would love it. Check this out here. I got a fun little clip coming out of Paris. I don't know what I think about this, Ben. I'm not sure.
What the fuck is that thing?
I'm not sure if I'd want to eat this chocolate as if it was served to me at Christmas.
Okay, so here's the question, dude. What do you then? If you don't want to eat it, what are you thinking about doing with that thing?
Maybe it's just
he shows fucking weird pictures of cucumbers as well. What are you thinking about doing with that, huh? What they teach you to do is something like that on the Funny Farm.
Ben's trying to wrap his head around what this guy's making here right now. Yes, he's creating a pretty awesome chocolate heart. No,
I did not see that coming, dude. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's a strawberry.
That's a strawberry. Yeah, this guy makes a bunch of interesting things, and he's a chocolate artist coming to us all the way from Paris. There, so I'd eat that chocolate if he made that chocolate. I don't know what else I would do with it though. So Ben,
it's a hot dog.
Yeah. Hey Ben, so Johnny's a systems guy, and you're a systems guy. You talk about the combination lock theory. Talk to us about what that means and how those systems. And you say that there's no universal key to success, only your unique combination. And I like your point of view on that. Talk to us about that, Ben.
Yeah, let's get there in a second. I wanted to ask you guys: have you talked about the Afro Man trial on the show yet?
Well, so it was on the topics of things to talk about. Go ahead, you can introduce it.
You guys got to watch the entire trial on the show.
Yes.
He's got a whole courtroom.
Yes.
And he's playing the songs,
yes,
the videos, and the people are crying as they listen to the song about like how she's like a hoe and this and that. And it's great marketing. They've got his freaking Instagram handle on it. I'm like, you can't pay for marketing like that.
Turned this entire court trial into a marketing message. It's brilliant, actually.
It's unreal. So I just wanted to ask you guys that if I ever were to come back, we have to watch the Afro Man trial.
Well, that is the kind of shit we talk about on the show here. So
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh my god! The short version is Afro Man was getting sued because
who's Afro Man?
Rapper.
You got any songs?
Dude, I'm like, Keith has to inform me of what's going on in the fucking news. I stay very tucked away.
I'm the current events guy.
Because I got high.
Yeah.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
I was supposed to go to work, but then I got
Yeah.
That guy. So,
I love it, Ben. Sing it on the show. This is awesome, man.
So police raided his house. They raided him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has all the footage. And they were like unplugging cameras, which is not lawful at all.
No.
The raid did not go well. So what he did is he used clips of them in his videos. And he put out a song for each of the people that raided his house. He basically put out a diss track for all of them, like talking about the one guy he's sleeping with his wife and this other girl is a whore, and just like diss tracks for all these people that raided his house. So they sued him for many millions of dollars of defamation. So during the lawsuit, they're playing the songs for an audience and the jury, and like there's tears, and it's so ridiculous. You can't make this stuff up. He ended up.
And you know what you just said right there is exactly why I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
But it's just fucking. It's distraction. There's no silver lining to this shit. When you're done with, like, fuck. Okay, I didn't learn anything. I'm really not that entertained, and I just wasted 45 fucking minutes of my life.
You would be entertained. And you probably would learn a lot about just the attention economy, because the amount of attention he got through this trial is unbelievable.
Hold on. So here's what's interesting, though, Ben. So you're right, but what I get fascinated by is that in the attention economy, like to John's point, it's already gone, right? Like it's such a blip. It's like a fart, and then it's gone. It's fascinating, the world we live in, because it happened. And it's just gone again, and we're on to the next thing. And it's just that attention economy is what's fucking killing us, man. Because it's, to John's point, it's like okay, and then we're on to the next thing. It's fascinating to me. It's actually quite, and I'm not dismissing it, but it's just an interesting concept that we move so fast from one thing to the other, and we move from Afro Man to the next guy, and it's just fascinating, the world of busting up news and so forth. But Benny, let's move to systems, man. Talk a little bit about your system. Talk about the combination lock theory you have.
Yeah, the real quick. I love the way that, I don't know if you couple that with what I'm going to say next, but the key to success, it's a combination.
Yeah.
Say to people, what's the key to success? They're going to say discipline or whatever. Okay, that's one of the parts of the combination. What are the other ones?
Yeah, I mean, imagine, John, you're walking around the gym. You just start trying to open other people's lockers. How much success are you going to have? Maybe you know how to pick a lock. You can put it to your ear, but that's not the point. What success are you going to have? Because each and every one of us, we have our own combination. That's exactly why they take your fingerprint when you get in trouble, because you have a unique fingerprint. You have a unique DNA code. Your podcast, your stream's going to be different than the next. Your business is going to be different than the next. We're from different families and different areas. We have different skill sets. So the key to success is to find the combination. There really is no key to success. There's certain things that matter. You need to put in time. You need to have resilience. You need to be smart and well connected.
Well, the key to success is the combination. That's it. There's there's two types of a lock, or whatever you want to call it. The key, it's not one thing, and that's what people got to realize. The key, toss the key. It's a combination. I love what you said, brother.
The best people do find mentors. They do learn other people's playbooks, but they're going to start audibling. They're going to create 100%. Their own pace. Yeah,
you're taking a bite out of this guy and a bite out of this guy. 100%. We just had a conversation about this yesterday, actually.
Yeah. What I like about this, John, because we've talked about this before too, is that people come to you looking for Johnny, I need the answer. What's the answer? And often, to your point, boys, there's a number of responses to the answer. It's not just do one thing. So it is the combination, Ben. And for all of us, we need to find out what that combination is.
Well, that's interesting. You say that, brother. It's so true. And we all do it at different points. 100%. We always think when we're trying to solve a problem, we always look for one thing. What you think is look for the first thing.
Oh, interesting. So say that again. So
when you're trying to solve a problem, don't look for one thing. Look for the first thing.
Yeah, I like.
You find the first one. Oh, that's the answer. The odds are probably not. Keep fucking going. You're going to find a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Okay, now that you've gathered a series, now you got a much bigger grip on solving this problem.
I like that, because the first one you find is the obvious one, and it's not the answer.
Well, sometimes it's not sometimes the obvious one is the last one.
That's what I mean. Yes.
It's too obvious.
Yes.
I mean, it's our minds. We always want to, this is the problem. I'm fat because of this.
Yes.
No, you're fat because of the whole series of things. That's what you blame it on.
John, the person's fat because they didn't put on running shoes in the morning. The first thing is putting on the running shoes, or it doesn't have to be the running shoes. It could be diet related, but
100%.
what's the first thing?
Yeah.
Putting on running shoes won't allow you to lose weight, but it is the first thing in a whole series of steps you need to take.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Hey, Ben, Benny, you strike me as a fellow that has non-negotiables. Would I be wrong? Would I be correct with that? And so to me and John, that means there's certain things every single morning. They're non-negotiable. They just get done. You strike me as the same thing. Am I right?
So I have non-negotiables, but I've done them enough that I can negotiate with them. I wouldn't teach someone this. I would not teach someone to be able to negotiate with it, but I touched on it before. I took it from Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. Savor, silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, scribing, which is writing.
Yes.
I do that every morning. I'm not a morning person. Y'all are up here in the lab. I had to drive down to the studio. I didn't do my journaling. So did I fail my morning routine because I didn't journal? Nah, man, I'll just do it later. I can negotiate with that. But every day I have a moment of silence. Every day I do affirmations. Every day I visualize my day and my future, not just like through a board, emotionally. I feel the future in the moment.
Love that.
Every day I exercise. You got to get the blood flowing early in the morning.
Yes.
Well,
Every
you know,
day I
bro,
read.
that's so good because
Yeah,
the morning, it shouldn't be this overly rigid thing. Like I've got a series of shit that I might do, and like if you looked at what I did today, very different than what I did 9 months ago. But it's still pushing the buttons I need to get myself primed, just like you're describing. There's these certain things that are going to get you primed for the day. What is it that's going to prime a person for the day? That's his routine. You know, I mean, it's like that flexibility is actually really, really important, but most people don't have the discipline to do, you know, to pick or to do what they need to do to get there. So I agree with you. People, I think, have to start off with something rigid to create the pattern. And then once the pattern's established, then they can have a little bit more freedom with the choice of what they're going to pick to do to prime themselves.
Yeah. But Ben, you used a word that makes me nervous. And, you know, you've maybe trained yourself to deal with that word, but I don't like when I negotiate with myself, because when I negotiate with myself, I find I got those two heads on my shoulders, right? And sometimes I don't like the one that wins. So I try not to negotiate myself. I make my non-negotiables non-negotiable. So I appreciate your comment, but it does make me nervous because I can find myself wanting to talk myself out of it. Keith and John talk about it every day. But so when you find yourself wanting to negotiate, are you disciplined enough to make sure that you don't?
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
You know, well, which one wins? It's the one you feed. And
yeah.
Depends on the day. So I'm at a place in my life that I don't shame and blame myself if I make a mistake.
Gotcha. Yeah.
If things get tough, I feel that pain. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. I wouldn't actually take a young man, 18, 19, 20, and tell him to negotiate with. Like, I wouldn't give that advice. I'm just being authentic with you guys. What I actually would say, better advice. We'll give better advice here. My big 5 that I do every single day: being, biz, body, brain, and bond. Being, biz, body, brain, bond. Being, how am I going to help my state of being? Am I going to take my freaking shoes off and go grounding in the mud? Am I going to meditate? My biz, who am I going to reach out today? What's going to move the needle? Even if it's the weekend, what am I going to read? What am I going to listen to that's going to help me in my entrepreneurship journey? My body, pretty obvious, right? What am I eating? What am I doing? My brain, what am I feeding into it? What am I learning? And then my bond, how am I developing relationships with the people that are most important to me? And if I have a tequila and I end up a little hungover the next day, or I make a mistake, as long as I did those 5, because part of bond is making mistakes. It's skipping a workout to pick someone up because they need your help. They need a ride to the airport. John, you might even disagree with me on that one, but sometimes I cheat on my negotiables. But what's non-negotiable is that I fill all 5 buckets sometime during the day. Not an expert on this. I'm just sharing. I'm just describing what I do, but I'm not prescribing it to anyone at all.
Well, I mean, the thing that I think that what's really good about this is that you've said a few times, this is not what you recommend for everybody else. This is for you. And
yes,
you've gone through the part. To a certain extent, when you look at someone's level of call it as they become an expert or become good, whatever adjective you want to use, we all have to start with some really fucking basic, rigid thing to establish the fact that we're going to put this as a regular pattern in our life. Once we get good enough at it, then there's this new area of life that we can really customize for ourselves. And it just, when you get to that certain point where you're doing what you're doing, it shows that you've passed that point of, are you going to get it done? That part's already, that's not a question anymore. How are you going to do it?
Yeah. Ben Albert joining us from New York today. Ben, where can folks find you, connect with you, engage with you, hire you, work with you, learn from you?
Yeah, so first off, if someone hasn't hit like on this stream right now, if they're watching it later and they're not leaving a comment, hitting subscribe, review, that kind of stuff, like, what's going on?
Yeah,
you can find, it's behind me, Real Business Connections. You can find that on the platform you found this, so you can YouTube, just Google it if you need, or go to realbusinessconnections.com.
Yeah.
And if you want to join a community of entrepreneurs creating a collective impact, growing together, go to weallgrowtogether.com. So that's a 3-step process. 1, show some love here first. If you do, you can look up Real Business Connections if you want to hear the podcast. And if you want more peer-to-peer support, then you can go to weallgrowtogether.com.
Awesome. Hey, Ben, how often do you do your podcast?
It's currently weekly, but we have like 600 in the hopper. So
nicely
you
done.
You do guests, or what is the format to what you do?
It's primarily guest interviews. Yeah,
right on.
It's the smartest people I know is the easiest way to put it.
Oh, you definitely don't want me to come on then, because I'm definitely not the smartest people you know.
But you do want me though. So if you can't get John, you definitely want the hunkle. Me.
But you know, the one cool thing is sometimes you don't have to be smart to be. Sometimes not being smart is helpful in being an entrepreneur.
Oh, 100%. When I
Like
say smartest people I know, yeah, that's.
I would say I was kind of a dumb little son of a bitch, but because I was a dumb little son of a bitch, I just was dumb enough to believe I could do it. And I've never had a job, brother. Not once have I collected a paycheck in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, if you're looking for somebody handsome, you can just call me. I'm handsome.
I was going to say, I want handsome people. I want strong people. I'm the biggest I've ever been, and I'm still pretty small. So I need handsome and strong.
So talk about that. What do you? So you open up a can of worms for Keith and Johnny here. I'm the biggest I've ever been. What does that mean? What's underneath here? You got a big gut there, buddy, or what?
The gut's there. I definitely could probably lose 5 pounds, but
yeah.
I think when he said the biggest, I think he means he's in the best shape. He was using that as a compliment.
Oh, I love that. There you go. Okay,
I'm a $175 right now, and if I didn't work out or do anything, I'd be like 150.
Okay, good for you, brother.
I put on a lot of muscle, but I do also still have a gut here too.
I appreciate your vulnerability, man. You're a good dude. Ben Albert joining us this morning with Keith and John on Mornings and Live with Keith, John, and friends. Ben, we'll see you on LinkedIn. You want to grab a coffee sometime, talk podcast, talk live shows, and I'll share with you what we are building here. Would happy to do that with you. We should grab a coffee off the show here. So, Ben, thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, pal?
Appreciate you both. Yeah, appreciate
Fun conversation, brother. Thank you for your time.
All right, Ben's out of here. We're doing a lifestyle tip with Anderson. Reset hour 2. We're coming back with the doc himself, the resident bullshit professor. Johnny, he was reading about assholes last week. Maybe we're talking about that today as well as why confident men are wrong more often. Coming up next on Mornings and Live with Keith, John, and friends.
All right, we're going to take a few of our lifestyle tips and kind of intermingle them today. So you've heard some of this before, but now you're going to see them actually merge, which hopefully will speak to you a little deeper. It's Friday. Are you that poor bastard that is using that fucking phrase, thank God it's Friday? Why? Because tomorrow you don't have to do the dumb shit you've been doing all fucking week. Well, if you're saying that to yourself, and if you're still doing that, we've talked about different avenues for you to make change. The question is, have you done it? Well, if you're still saying that dumb shit, clearly not. And why have you not done it? Probably because you're entertaining stupid goddamn thoughts like, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? You're still in the same fucking boat saying the same dumb shit. Thank God it's Friday. So hopefully that fucking hit home. If it didn't, go take your shirt off, look at your fucking fat belly and tits. Maybe that'll motivate your ass to take a fucking forward step and do something to change your life. What do? A side hustle. You find something that you want to do and you start working on it. And as you work on it, because you enjoy it, you're going to get good. And when you get good, you can monetize just about fucking anything in this world, especially with social media as free marketing and exposure. So what's the tip? The tip is take some fucking action. If you fit the bill of what I just described, are you going to be here in a fucking year? Probably. Because you keep doing the same dumb shit. Where does it root? I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. That's the fucking problem. You need to stop that train of thought because you'll be saying that fucking dumb shit for the rest of your life. So the tip is take some fucking action. Rock and roll.
Boys, get up, get your gut off the shelf, get your gut off the couch, get your ass up, boys. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. John's dropping some nuggets there, guys, some motivating nuggets. As you're looking in your mirror, maybe today's the day to get up and get started. This is the big show where we help people start their day with entertaining conversation, motivating content, and some truth that sometimes you don't like to hear, but we drop truth every single morning here live on mornings.live with Keith and John. Hey, if you're just joining us, hit like, subscribe, and stop lurking out there behind the scenes. And if you're watching the show on demand, come and say hello. We wrapped up the first hour of some fun. We had Ben Albert on the show. We're coming back with the resident bullshit professor himself, Dr. John Petrocelli, for deep dive, and we're going to get that conversation started. Kai, right now.
Nation, the confident guy isn't always the smart guy. He's often just louder, and you keep believing him.
It's not confidence, it's overconfidence. Your brain mistakes certainty for competence.
Men trade stocks 45% more and earn less. Same pattern, different room. Bad calls feel obvious right up until payday.
Confidence is a delivery style. It is not proof. Repetition and tone can make wrong sound right.
Nation, steal this move today. When someone sounds sure, ask, what are you basing that on? If they can't answer, stop buying.
We're breaking down why confident men are wrong more often than not, and why you keep believing them. Then we show the fix.
Oh, I love it.
Like, nice.
I love it.
Very nice.
How are you, brother?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm awesome. I know Anderson's looking forward to having you here today. What's shaking? How's your week been?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I've been just working on my curveball grips. I'm hoping the Red Sox will call me up this summer.
Well, yeah, spring training is right around the corner. Is it not, or is it happening right now?
Oh, yeah, it's right now.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me something new. Was it this week or last week? I know we've been talking about assholes for a couple of weeks, and I think you were doing some research into assholes, or you were doing a little bit of curiosity looking into assholes. There's a clip. What did you learn when you were being curious about assholes? Did John's name pop up in that research?
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, John? How are you? Yeah, I mean, we got assholes everywhere. You can't avoid them.
Yes.
But it seems that the more we know about them and sort of how to deal with them is going to move us forward and avoid the sort of the conflicts and the consequences that we might run into.
Yeah.
You know, the biggest problem with assholes in general, sorry to interrupt you, Petro, is they're fucking dirty because people don't use the bidet.
Yes, that is it too.
And you want to avoid that just as much as you want the persona that person asshole. So the person that doesn't want to follow rules, doesn't take, is sort of immune to feedback, thinks they're holier than thou, they're people they're consistent assholes in their behavior, because everybody, I think, like Keith, you had said last week, everybody is an asshole at some point.
Yes.
They do something that's assholic behavior.
Assholic behavior.
Well, there's pieces of it. Like I take pride in not following the fucking. I take pride. I would say this point blank. I take pride in not following the rules. One of the mantras I adapted when I was young.
Yes.
Don't break the fucking laws, but fucking break the rules. You're not getting ahead of the pack following the fucking rules. Break the fucking rules. That's actually straight from Arnold.
Yeah.
And he said, you're not going to become a savant following the fucking leader. And if you're following the rules, you're following the leader.
Well, then that's a good direction to segue into this conversation that I want to have around confidence and overconfidence. And Petro, you and I were talking last week on text about trading. Like you were asking some questions about AI trading, and I found something here which is interesting here. So I want to give you guys a data point that might rewire what we think about confident men. Barber and Odean, Petro, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but Barber and Odean studied 35,000 plus brokerage accounts from 91 to 97. Men traded 45% more than women. Single men traded 67% more than women. And the result, men's trading cost them 2.6% percentage points in returns every year, where women trading less, second guessing more, kept more of their money. Over 62% of the men in the study reported having good or extensive experience. They weren't lying. They just believed that they were better than they were. Let's talk about overconfidence, arrogance, and it's not fraud, but Petro, we have so many of us that we believe so much in what we're doing that overconfidence steps in, and the next thing you know, everybody's believing you, and yet you're just overconfident, but you're not really right. Am I making sense what I'm asking?
Yes. And the problem is too that everyone is overconfident. This is probably one of the most pervasive cognitive biases there is. And some people express confidence more than others, right? So if you have someone that expresses confidence,
like John, for example, John's a confident man. He expresses it confidently.
Yeah, he's not the average. He's not the average man either.
Yes.
So it's but the average individual is extremely overconfident. Like, so if we ask someone to give me a response such that you are 90% confident that you're correct.
Yeah.
That maybe it's your response to a question that it's a known fact, we might know what the answer is, or if it's a prediction or an expectation, such that you're 90% confident. And we ask you, I don't want you to just give me the answer. I want you to give me a range of possibilities. I want you to give me a low range and a high range, such that your interval, that your confidence interval encapsulates the correct answer. So I want you to give me a low range and a high range such that you are 90% confident. Something like how many stars are there in the Milky Way? Okay. We know there's more than 10, right? And so if you say, well, between 10 and 100 trillion, then that's 100% confidence. So we want you to be 90% confident. So don't be too narrow either. Don't say, well, maybe between 100 million and 101 million. Then it's too narrow, right? So when you give people that window, give me a low and high range, and be 90% confident, they should have. If you give them 10 questions, they should be 9 for 10, right? Almost never happens. The average is more like 3. So when people are about 90% confident, they're only correct about 30 to 40% of the time.
Really?
When they're 100% confident, they're often correct only about 60% of the time. So this is pervasive. This is everyone, but not everyone expresses their confidence, and so it's the individuals that are most confident and willing to express their confidence.
Well, when I think of like when you said that, and I think of like where do I have confidence? I have confidence in my lane.
Yes.
I have confidence in that I'm not perfect. I have confidence in pulling my pants down. I have confidence in doing things that other people won't. And it's like when you said that, tell me something that is going to be whatever you said, they're going to be mostly right. My brain went, okay, what can I talk about that I can see very clearly is a fact? I didn't go and try to figure something out. Like, well, the sun's not up yet. That was the first thing that came to my mind. But then you said, okay, then, could, talk, create a little bit more. Well, the sun's up in New York, but it's not up here. So my brain went right to an area where I could be confident rather than try to stretch into an area where I wouldn't be. How does that fit into what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's informed, wise confidence. But the typical confidence that people express are on things that they don't know much about.
Yeah, so, okay, and that's what I was going to say, because then when that comes, if you stated like, tell me what you know about this, I'm confident that I'll fucking tell you I don't know shit about that. But I'll ask some questions. So maybe I can try to figure out if there is something I can answer. But I think that's another one too that helps me is a lot of times I won't speak. Like I'll ask a question. I'll speak, but I'll ask a question.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's and like you said, staying in your lane is probably the best place to be if you want to be accurate, and if you want your confidence to be calibrated, with the confidence. There's social perception of confidence, though, too, is really quite whacked out. I mean,
it absolutely is, because you can. I think we judge somebody visually, don't we, Petro, on how they display their confidence, and right off the bat, we judge the book by its cover, and we probably give you a lot of grace with how you present yourself being confident when you might just be full of bullshit just because of the way you look.
Yeah, and so for instance too, and that is our weather forecasters. So weather forecasters give us predictions every day, and they usually tag it with percentage. So it's going to 40% chance of rain, 80% chance of snow, or whatever, right? And social perception of weather forecasters, though, is horrible. Right?
Yeah.
So they're, we're always pissed off at the weather forecasters because now, they said it was a 50% chance of rain and it's not raining today. Whatever, right? Now, when you look at the data, weather forecasters are extremely well calibrated. And they said it's a 20% chance of rain. Well, 20% of the time it rains. They say it's an 80% chance of rain. People tend to treat that as like a sure thing, but you look at the data, 80% of the time it rains when they have the 80% prediction. They're extremely well calibrated. And when you look at the data, but they've got instruments, they've got history, they've got all kinds of radar going on, and that they're able to predict with great accuracy. But the social perception of weather forecasters is not it's not calibrated well with the calibration that weather forecasters actually have. You take physicians and their diagnoses, medical diagnoses.
Yes.
Right? When they're 80 and 90% confident, they're actually no more accurate than when they're 20 or 30% confident. And this is probably the scariest data that I've actually.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like guessing, isn't it? Well, then here's what happens often. We talked about this on yesterday's show in the fitness industry, Petro, but what is it called? The illusory truth effect, right? Repeated statements that feel more true regardless of whether they're true. For example, John might say something over and over and over, and Anderson says it enough that he believes it himself, and then we all start believing it, and that just starts to feed into confidence that's actually not true. And that I'm thinking, Petro, that is common for plenty of us, including the leader of the United States right now. Like that whole idea, the illusory truth effect. That's truth, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And the scariest thing about the illusory truth effect, though, too, is that you only need to hear the claim one time.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, I used to think this was. Oh, yeah. Well, you needed to hear this, at least 24 times or something that you knew to be false. Only maybe 24 times exposure. I would think that then people might start to believe it. Right? It's not, because when it's mixed in with all of the other information that we get from day to day, right? You're processing hundreds of pieces of information every minute. When that's mixed in, when a false claim is mixed in, if I tell you I was reading John Steinbeck's Great Expectations.
Yeah.
And I think it's great, right? Well, John Steinbeck didn't write Great Expectations. Charles Dickens wrote Great Expectations. But even people that are familiar with American literature know that they would know that John Steinbeck didn't write Great Expectations. And when they hear that, it sounds more familiar because they've mentally coded it, right, along with all of the other information that they've coded throughout the day. And then the very next time they hear the question, well, did John Steinbeck write Great Expectations? They're going to be much more likely to say yes, because it feels familiar. And we confuse that familiarity with truth, because most things that are familiar to us are true.
And
so that's the problem.
And the brain seeks comfort. Familiar is comfort.
The way you're explaining it, Petro, confidence is dangerous. And I don't mean that, I'm not trying to create hyperbole around it, but the way you're explaining it, confidence can spread a lot of misinformation. Confidence can make people feel safe when they shouldn't feel safe. Confidence can, and I'm using maybe confidence in air quotes because the way you're defining it, man, we as humans get caught up in situations where we think we're right, we get confident and we have no clue.
Yeah, and it's probably most dangerous, especially if it's a first impression. If you the first, and they seem to be very confident in what they're talking about.
But here's the thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Petro. God damn it, just hit me like a ton of bricks. And this is like my bullshit, I guess weasel, that thing that starts weaseling around looking for bullshit, Yeah. So if someone's real confident in what they're saying, first thing I'm looking for is, are you doing it?
Yes.
Because you can say whatever the fuck you want. Yes. But if you're so fucking good at it, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I say to people all the time. Never fucking take advice from somebody that if he's saying that he's trying to help you get to point B, is he at fucking point B or C? Because if he's not, why the fuck are you listening to him?
Well, John, that's where I struggle with quote unquote Western medicine doctors. I go see a doctor and I'm like, you don't look very healthy to me. So why should I be listening to you? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Well, but I think if we reframed going to the doctor.
Okay.
The doctor is not trying to heal you. He's trying to buy you some time.
Yeah, I guess you put it that way. Sure.
So when you look at it like that, is it really fucking, it's really pretty fucking, makes a lot of fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Hard to argue. What you're saying too, I think hypocrisy, it can be a real confidence, the social perception of one's confidence. If they're showing hypocrisy, that can be a major deflator of the social perception of that person's competence. But it should be even more. I think hypocrisy should be even more diagnostic of whether or not somebody really knows what they're talking about. So John, I think your hypocrisy test is valid and it's good, but it's not. I don't think it's used as much as it should be.
I was going to say, I think if more people would kind of lean on this, I think they'd get themselves out of a lot of fucking trouble.
Because John, what you're saying is, and I have thought about it this way, but not the way you framed it. But you're saying, Anderson, show me the evidence. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. If you know how to do this, why do I not see that you know how to do this? It's great that you're talking about it. Most people can talk about just about anything, but can they do it?
Well, that's where I giggle at. You get onto some of the platforms like X or something, and you see all these people like, oh yeah, I'm making $48 million a month right now just posting on X. I'm like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
So then why are you on X posting that you're making $48 million? Why aren't you out fucking surfing somewhere or sitting on an ocean? Like,
yeah, I can tell you, I know a number of researchers. I know David Dunning and others were working on this.
Effect. Yeah.
Part of the Dunning-Kruger effect. They looked at what about the advice from people that are at the top? Like, so So people who are, high performers, what advice do they have to explain that might explain how they got to the top? And what they found is that most people, that are your current high performers at just about anything, rarely have accurate insight into what got them there. So it's the advice that they're much more willing to give is seemingly random, and it's some of it hits, some of it sticks, and some of it is accurate, but a lot of it's not.
Interesting.
So and then you look at the variation of others that are at the top level as well. A lot of times there's a lot of variation in what they pinpoint is the sort of the secret of their success or what got them there. But people listening assume that, okay, this is really great advice, right? But the advice from the top performers is usually no better than the middle performers. So it's people rarely have good insight as to what got them, especially when there's lots of potential factors. So you might have somebody say, well, I eat ginseng root every morning, and I think that's what, but it may have nothing to do with their clarity of mind or their physique or their whatever they're succeeding in.
You've heard Anderson explain his story from day one. Like he's been very descriptive of his journey to his success. I would think so. What you're explaining to me, then he would be not common compared to people they don't know how they got there. Is that what you're saying?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got a frozen Petro there on the show here. Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
That's you, baby.
Keith and John with
there he goes.
Everyone was frozen there for a second. Yeah. I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear my question? So Anderson has been very descriptive of what got him to his measures of success. Is what you're saying that's not common?
Oh, it's not common to be accurate. But you have so the top performers sometimes are only the top performers for a short period of time.
Yeah, I was going to say that was John, you just hit that on the head, brother. I was thinking if after the first few, I don't know how I would describe it. After a short period of reaching high level shit, had you asked me, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a really solid answer at that point. But the fact that I've stayed there through pivoting and have remained that is that time and that me self-adjusting is because I had to fucking figure it out because I mean really like in finance I've been up and down, I've been up and fucking down and up a few times, so I understand. Okay, here's what it takes to get back there.
Yeah, we froze again there for a second, but I think I got most of that. I think that your consistency as well, John. I mean, it's like, you've been consistently, I would say, when it comes to, fitness and, nutrition and anything body, I think you'd be in the top fraction of 1%, for a long time. So in terms of performance, I mean, anybody, I think anybody in their even 40s, I would say this certainly for 50s and 60s, that is even active, maybe makes it to the gym once a week or runs a few miles once a week is probably in the 1%.
Yeah.
Pretty
the top 1%, which is it is quite sad. But so in that domain, I think it's one thing to be top performer for a few weeks, a few days, rather than a long period of time. I think it was Mike Tyson has a few clips out there. He said when he talked with Frank Sinatra, he said Frank the only advice that he gave him was Frank Sinatra said that it's not how good you're doing, it's how long you've been doing good.
And
that's a very different perspective. And I'd much rather take advice from somebody that's that's been, a top performer for a long period of time, as opposed to, these short bursts. But that doesn't stop people who are top performers for short bursts. They're ready to give you, their 5-step solution, their 5-step stages to success. And that's where I think you get.
And that's when they tell you on the way to the job you don't want to go to, you stop by 7-Eleven, you buy a regular Coke, a pack of smokes, and a lottery ticket. And you repeat that process till one day you get lucky.
Yeah.
That's the formula.
Well, the funny thing is, Johnny, when I get to the John Before You Go segment, that's a great exclamation mark on what you just said. But while we're wrapping up our segment, the fascinating conversation, man, on confidence, Petro, because you said a bunch of things that really got me thinking, right? And you confidence, illusory effect. You hear something once, it becomes truth. You see somebody who knows everything, but yet they probably don't know anything at all. Like, there's some interesting things. There's some interesting nuggets you put on the table, man. Like, actually,
I got to tell you that first impression, though, you meet someone new that wow, they're really confident. There's a tendency to start to think, and if they're right, if you find out, okay, they're right, it's just that one or two instances when they're correct. We think about, okay, this person is really good at what they do. Now, well, to kind of make excuses for them, because your first impression was that, wow, they really know what they're talking about. They're competent, right? So
he froze again, I think.
He froze again here. Yeah.
Well, I can sum up, like, if someone said to me, what's the tip? I can sum it up in a phrase.
Have you done it?
No, close, but I mean, I'm giving somebody a tip. Like, someone says, hey, I want to achieve high level.
Yeah. What is it?
So my one phrase is, do what other people will not do.
Oh, 100. I'm the same way, dude.
Same fucking thing. I mean, that branches off into a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. That as long as you're doing what everybody else is not, you're going to get there. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Yeah. I got that one in my mudroom there that everybody sees before they leave the house. It's that one blue fish going in the direction that every other fish is not. And that's the exact same thing that I have in our house. Hey, it's Friday. Remember Friday nights? Maybe not you, Anderson, because you didn't have one of these things. But Petro, remember Friday nights? This is what it looked like on Fridays in the house. Like literally everybody watching one TV. That seems so bizarre today, doesn't it? Even though it still happens there in North America, but it's just not something we do anymore. You think about that, right? Like, just sitting around, and none of the kids are on their phones. Everybody is staring at one screen.
Well, dude, remove the TV. Nobody does the Friday nights. Nobody does the same thing, no matter what it is.
I know. That's a really good point, Anderson. That in itself, that in itself. Yeah.
There was a study done not too long ago that surveyed families, or how many families eat breakfast together. It was much less than 1%.
Oh my goodness, I believe it.
Dude, I did breakfast with my little girls every fucking morning until it got to the point where their schedules were so different that it wouldn't work. And real quick, by the way, if you're sitting at your fucking couch with the bottoms of your fucking dirty shoes on the fucking place where you need to rethink your fucking house manners. Jesus Christ. You see that lady?
Yeah, I do. And hey, YouTube comments, guys, aren't working here on this. I see you guys out there in the comments, but I'm not seeing them on the screen here. So I appreciate you guys hanging on the show this morning. Hey, John and Petro, but before you guys go,
Hey, John, before you go, this looks like a perfume ad for people with better priorities than us. Venice, cuddling, Petrocelli, nasty work.
Yeah, it's smooth. But the clip isn't really about romance. It's about everybody who keeps saying, we'll do it later.
That's the gut punch. Life's a loan, not a possession. You can wait for the perfect time and still miss the best version of it.
Exactly. The ride still counts later, but your knees, your energy, and your nerve might not show up with you.
So, John, what are you betting on? The trip now or the fantasy that later will feel better?
All I was wondering, I'm like, who's riding bitch? That's what when we walked out together, Petro, I thought for sure they were going to put me riding bitch, Petro.
Oh, yeah, that talk about doing things that other people aren't willing to do.
There we go, baby. Look at that. And you know the gay brothers put that little clip together because look at Petro's hand. He's just, I mean, Petro's, if I had short and curlies, Petro's hand would be right on top of the short and curlies.
Oh, I love it. So that video, though, those old folks, that made me laugh because, Johnny, that's exactly what you talk about all the time. These folks had their jobs for 80 years. They went on their vacation together. And look, they're just passed out on the gondola. Like, look at that dude.
Yeah, I hope they're just taking a nap. I hope they didn't die.
Oh my God, you folks! I worked my whole life to be retired, and this is retirement, Johnny Anderson.
Well, you know what? It's crazy because I thought to myself, people retire and all they want to do is travel.
Yes,
I fucking traveled so much already. I don't want to travel anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, live the fucking life you want to live.
Oh
Jesus Christ.
So good. So good. All right, Anderson, I got to get you out of here. I'm coming up on your time. I'll see you later today, brother.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Look forward to talking to you later. Petro, it's great to see you, brother. I was looking forward to seeing you all week, my brother.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, good to see you guys.
You got it. Have a good live, my brothers.
All right, see you later, Anderson. Take care. Petro, see you later, brother.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. Love you.
You'll take care. I love you too, buddy. Take care. All right, the resident professor himself, Dr. John Petrocelli. Jimmy will have to run that one next week. The boys didn't see it up there. Oh, man, I love that segment with Petro. So much fun. Every Friday, bullshit or no bullshit with the resident bullshit professor himself, Dr. John Petrocelli. Wake Hill Forest or Wake Forest Hill, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. Hey, Whitaker, I see your comments there. Hey, Jimmy. Does Whitaker have like a special pass to the comments? Because why are hers just showing up on the screen and nobody else's? I don't know. It's pretty good, man. Like, look at that. Hey, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, she just gets to put a comment on the screen and nobody else can comment. I'm not sure how that works. Or maybe just nobody's commenting, Jimmy. Or Cheryl has a special pass to commenting on the... Oh, she's on the horizontal. Oh, so the vertical is not working. Interesting. Okay. Well... Yeah. All right. Oh, it's the vertical one's not working. Interesting. I see. Okay. So everybody out there in the vertical comments, yeah, we know you're special, Cheryl. Yes. But so Cheryl will love this one. Keith and Cheryl both grew up when we use the word special in a different way. So yes, Cheryl, I know you're special. And John Anderson would say the same thing. So yes, you are special, Whitaker. 8:30 Eastern time. Mornings in Okay, Jimmy, how many? Oh, I got 43 seconds. Okay, hold on. I got to stand here. No, I guess I don't got to pee. Okay, so we're going to keep the show going here. Morning Focus. I'm going to get into a segment. Before Jimmy, you hit the intro. I want to just kind of set it up here and just have a little check here. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna have some fun with this one. Yeah. I just I put it together. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yes. Oh, Jimmy. So I took a different picture today. That one's not on the crapper. No, that is not a crapper picture this morning, Jimmy. That was a picture at the counter as I got my coffee before the show here. So I thought I would take a not crapper picture this morning. So. The other two are crap pictures, but not that one. Yeah, exactly. The proof wall, the crapper wall. Okay, listen, in 43 seconds, I got a monologue, and it has something to do with an ICUC origin story, the exit that didn't fix me. And that conversation begins in 43 seconds.
The exit can be a win and a wound. We can't outsource meaning, no hiding.
Success isn't purpose. A deal closes, but the drift opens. That's the drift.
We tell ourselves we earned rest, but we're really dodging what we're for. That's the lie.
When we stop building, we start managing our moods. That costs us self-respect. That's the bill.
A live morning forces honesty. It's not content, it's practice. On time,
The rule is simple. Build in public or decay in private. That's the contract.
Chief is about to break down why the exit didn't fix anything and why creation does. Morning begins here.
All right, so let's get into this part. Whoa. Let's get into this part of the show. Whew. You ever have one of those internal burps that just kind of hit you? Well, it just happened to me. Boom, boom. Yeah. All right, okay, listen. So I had a little company called ICUC. Yep, ICUC.social. Still exists today. Hundreds of people still work there. What's shaking ICUCers? And selling it was one of the best decisions. Well, no, actually, it was maybe well, other than meeting my beautifully, incredibly gorgeous Lauren. Best decision ever made. But also one of the strangest, truthfully emotional transitions of my life. Hundreds and hundreds of employees globally, remote work. Before internet was even kind of around, we grew up with the internet doing this remote business thing. Global clients all over the planet. Disney, MasterCard, Air Canada, Novartis, you name them, we were working with them. And just like today, years of building something from nothing. It's funny because I had a conversation with Neiman yesterday, and we were working on our character engine, and we were working on some stuff, and she was asking me some questions, and I was asking some questions. I'm like, hey, there's no manual for this. It's just actually a white piece of paper. You're just kind of creating it from nothing. That is so rewarding. But when you build something from nothing, and it was time to sell it, well, the deal made sense. It was like, yes. Hanging out with Maurice, like, let's do this deal. And then, I got to be honest. It was the Monday after it closed, I felt something that I did not expect. And it's funny because it might have been something we would call disorientation. I didn't know who I was for a while. Put a bunch of money in the bank. I thought that the journey was done. Like, yeah, my goal is to be like the gazillionaire or the millionaire or the billionaire or trillionaire or none of that. You go cash the check on Friday, you wake up on Monday and you're like, oh, nothing's really changed. You're like, that's kind of a that's a messed up way to go through life. When you think that happiness shows up on the Monday when you look in your bank account, it doesn't. Because for years I was driven by building, and those that are hanging out with me today can see the light that shines upon me when I'm in that state. Having a meeting with Matt and Cheryl yesterday, and we were joking about the building, but it's the urgency behind it. It's this idea of creating a category. Again, back to Neiman here. As we've been building this thing over the last couple of years, I was like, we're building a brand new category people can't see. It's this category creation. It's having confidence like we talked about with Petro, but it's conviction before validation, because nobody believes what you're doing. It's conviction. It's belief. But then I become part of this large organization, and it became a struggle because inside of a larger organization, I was not building anymore. I was not creating anymore. No. Fuck no. Unfortunately, I was becoming a bureaucrat. Look at me sitting at the desk there with my long locks. Yeah, managing. Managing people. And not that I don't like managing. I don't managing, but I wasn't inventing. The inventing was gone. The good years, the valuable years, they were different. And then when I left, or when I was asked to leave in 2021, I didn't start a company for a while. No, I didn't actually. Kind of became the CEO of my own interests for a long time. Just first of all, I became the greatest Uber driver to my kids, became a great gardener. Then I started a podcast called Live and Lab with Keith and Friends. No, Live and Lab with Keith Billis, a long form podcast show. And as we were doing that, it was very clear to me I needed to do a morning show. I needed to start a live morning daily show. Not because, it was because it was strategic. And it was because I needed to keep creating something big again, a new category again. And frankly, 700 plus mornings later, I understand what this format actually was and what it actually has become for me. A laboratory. Hence, Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. Mornings in the Lab. Mornings in the Lab. Yeah. Because every lesson from ICUC that I learned, the community, the confidence, that signal, the category shifts, tested it all on myself for all those years. And I'll tell you right now, Mornings in the Lab isn't content. You think it is. You show up on our show daily, weekly, regularly, and you're looking for content, but it's not content. No, it's a daily conversation. It's a daily conversation that we have in public every single day. It's actually applied learning in public. It's applied failing in public. That exit that I had, that I'm grateful that I had, that exit that I'm proud to hang my hat on, that exit that represents so much of what happened before the mountain climbs, it taught me one thing. It taught me how to build. Yeah. But this show, this format, this platform, what we are doing every single day with no reason to end, this taught me why. And I got to tell you, I have never been more confident, never been more excited at what we are building again. Bigger, with more intention, with more deliberate energy. And nation, fully live. Because I can tell you right now, I have no interest. I have zero interest in being impressive. And yes, y'all might be showing up saying, geez, I like all the B-roll. I like all the great graphics. I like all the great energy. That is certainly impressive, Mr. Billis. Great. But I'm not here to be impressive. No. That's not the handsome chief. That's not the hunkle. That's not Keith Billis. Because for me, I'm only interested, nation, in being inevitable.
Most men don't know they're on autopilot. They parent the way they were parented. They repeat the same excuses with different deadlines. They grind alone and call it strength. Keith pulled 3 men who caught themselves mid-program and hit pause. Chief, let's hear it.
All right, we are back. Got to get some volume down there. Hey guys, let's start the journey of Community Corner over into YouTube. We might be making some changes to Community Corner in the coming weeks. We are, yeah, I know, I had to turn it down a little bit. It was even loud for my ears. We are, I think we're gonna make some plans to Community Corner over the next couple of weeks here. I'm excited to share some stuff we're working on behind the scenes, working on perhaps making our content, making our conversations, bringing us more to the local communities that are part of the Mornings in the Lab live network. So as we continue this journey in the show, look to have some changes and tweaks coming up in the future. And we brought on some new correspondents this week in places like Winnipeg and listen, I'm excited to unveil some things next week. We'll leave it there. But yeah, we got local correspondents here in Winnipeg and around North America that we're going to unveil, which will lean into some local content and conversations that we can put onto the table for all of us. But before we do that, YouTube, you wouldn't enter a tournament without training. Larry Hagner. Dude, Larry, look at Larry. We got to get Larry on the show. Larry Hagner says, you wouldn't walk into a jiu-jitsu tournament with zero training, but that is exactly what men do without fatherhood. We all do. Yeah, the lie. I'm a man, so I should naturally know how to do this. Yeah, you just stick it in. And then what happens? I got a kid next. Yeah, you don't. Nobody does, actually. How was your day? It's the same question we ask our kids all the time. It's a lazy question. Man, I should stop asking it. Maybe that's why I'm getting lazy answers from my kids. You know, Hagner's fix, ask your kid what they failed at today and what they learned. So Hagner, thank you, brother. I'm going to use that one next time. And ask what they're excited about tomorrow. Ooh, I like that too. Because without connection, you probably have zero influence because your dad doesn't need a perfect dad. Hey, I talk about it all the time. Maybe the fact that I'm imperfect is why I have a good relationship. I like to think I have a good relationship with my kids because I'm not perfect. And listen, let's just pause for a second here. If you can imagine my kids, I'm their dad. They're like, that dude's my dad. That guy is not perfect. Nope, not perfect. So maybe doing this every single day has lowered the bar for my kids to accept the fact that I'm just a ridiculous fool that has a vision and gets up every single morning to bring that vision to life. Because no, I'm not a perfect dad. Your kid needs to be the person who has no problem calling you at 3 a.m. That is the ugly metric, you guys, that Hagner has to say. Hey, over on Substack, Colt Warwick wrote something that most men will read and immediately will close the tab. You don't need motivation, boys. No, you need honesty with your own mirror. Yep, you do. He says, most men don't fail because life is hard. No, they fail because they spend years telling themselves soft lies. Maybe it's back to the confidence thing, Jimmy. It's like, I'm confident. I know what I'm doing. Oh, maybe it's that soft lie you're telling yourself. Someday I'm going to get serious. I'm going to start Monday. Next week I'll do it. Well, listen, someday, guys, is a padded cell with better lighting. Yeah, that's all that it is. It's a place where men go to feel safe while their potential rots slowly in the corner, on the couch, growing the flabby belly, growing the flabby tits, as John would say. So, guys, your life will change the moment that you stop believing your own excuse. Not when you read the right book, not when you wait till tomorrow. No. Today, when it's time to go. All right, LinkedIn. The 11 p.m. question. 11 p.m.? Dude, I'm sleeping by 11 p.m. I don't even know if I can read this post because I can't relate to it. Amaranth RM posted something on LinkedIn every man building a business needs to need. Actually, no. Amaranth, you need to be in bed by this time. Yep. So anybody building a successful business needs to be in bed before 11 p.m. So I don't think this post is really actually worthy because, if you're still awake at 11 p.m. Building your business, you need to go to sleep. There you go. That's my advice this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Loneliness at 11 p.m. is only going to get you into trouble. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go have sex with your wife. Go to bed. Go have sex with yourself. Just go to bed. Yeah. True story. All right, Maya. Did you go to bed at 11 o'clock last night? Hey, Maya, all these three guys, listen, I talked about two of them. I skipped over the third one, Amaranth, because I was like, dude, I don't like the 11 p.m. post. You got to be in bed. But Maya, all three of these guys, running on default. So what's the thing that you think a man should actually change?
The questions he asks. Hagner nailed that. A lazy question gets a lazy life.
Ask a better one of your kid tonight, of yourself tomorrow morning.
And of the man in the mirror who keeps saying, someday.
Start there. Until next time, nation.
Another week in the books. Boom, boom, wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. Another week in the books. Looks like the team's going to get out of here a little bit early today. Hope you guys had a good week like we did on the big show, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We get up, we get after it live every single Monday through Friday right here on the Mornings in the Lab live network. Of course, there's more to this network than just myself and Johnny. We got Kindness Rising gets after it every single day at 7:30 right before us. You can wake up with Matt, get your day started. Wednesdays, Cheryl Whitaker gets the leadership story on the show at 8:30 on Wednesday. She's talking leadership, and the joy of leadership, and not what you think about it as this nice soft pussy kind of like. No, good conversation, provocative topics, things that will make you think. So I'd encourage you to listen to that one there, which is our Wednesday show with, of course, Cheryl Whitaker. Thursdays, we got Jason Hewlett. He dropped his show last night, the Jason Hewlett Show. Jay, what a great show. He dropped it at 5 o'clock Eastern time on Thursdays right here on the network as well. And yes, Kai, I see your note. Kai's had a tough week, guys. So Nation, let's send some love out to our own producer, Kai. She's had a difficult week. And Charlie, I know I can't see your comments out here this morning, but if you're out there, I appreciate you. I'm sorry for your loss. And I appreciate you sending me a text yesterday. And you know that we are sending love from behalf of the Mornings in the Lab crew to you and your buddy who lost his wife too young, 40 years old, guys, cancer. So I want to send some intentional love that way to Charlie and the gang. And guys, let's make sure we send some love to Jimmy. He's off to Japan next week. Jimmy's going to be away for a little while, plugging some holes. And if you're wondering what that means, go back to the top of the show here. Jimmy's going to be plugging holes in Japan. So, but he'll be back. Yeah, he'll absolutely be back. He's taking an app with him too. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an app that's going to help Jimmy plug holes. The longer he's out there, the more holes he can plug. So watch for Jimmy, and then Jimmy's work will be on display in a few months. And it's I think it's Jimmy Rod will be listen. There's some content coming out, and it'll be Jimmy Rod. Jimmy Rod is the name of the performer. So, all right, guys, listen. On behalf of, I'm just checking my messages here. Yeah, all right. Plugmyholes.com. There we go. Nation, thank you guys for hanging out with me all week. I appreciate every single one of you. Listen, if you looked in your mirror yet today, if you haven't, why haven't you? Go look in your mirror. Lookinmymirror.com, a place to go find some mirrors to help you move your life forward. I'm going to get that Amazon associate thing up there, so somebody buys something, we can get paid, and we can pay the bills. Yeah, true story. Okay, and if you haven't checked into the show yet, I invite you to do that. Mornings.live, come check into the show, and you can find all of our shows on the Mornings Network at mornings.network. And if you're looking for who's behind the scenes, mitl.studio will take you to the big business that's building all this magic every single morning right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. On behalf of the crew, we'll see you guys in less than 40 some odd hours. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.